Peace, family, and welcome back to 3 Layers of Wellness. I am Dr. Makeda Moore, and I am back with another video focused on your mental health. So in today's video, I wanted to read a quote from this book, The Rape of the Mind, and talk a little bit about how our emotions can affect our physical body. Now, one in particular that they touch on in this book is suppressed emotions and aggression. So just listen to this quote. Stomach ulcers is an example of such a psychosomatic disease. It may arise when the body manufactures too much hydrochloric acid, which is necessary for the digestion of food. The stomach ulcer patient is a patient who reacts to strong emotions, especially repressed hostility, with an excessive secretion of hydrochloric acid. The innate secretion reflex, favorable for the digestion in case of hunger, grows into an unfavorable conditioned reflex where hunger and aggression mutually increase the hydrochloric acid secretion. Gradually, more and more, the sour fluid is manufactured until finally the patient finds himself suffering from ulcers. The stomach, as it were, its own tissue begins to consume itself. All right, so basically, this book is talking about how suppressed emotions cause physical changes in your body. So in this case, you're talking about hydrochloric acid, and that's in your stomach. So when produced in the proper amounts, hydrochloric acid helps us to digest our foods. However, that same acid buildup can be aggravated when you're repressing certain emotions like anger, aggression, hostility, right? So managing your emotions is not only good just for your mental health, but for your physical health as well, especially when you'll get yourself into the cycle of, I had this mental issue, now it's becoming a physical issue. That physical issue has caused me more stress and distress, so now I have an exaggerated mental issue, and then you have yourself in this loop of emotional and physical dis-ease, right? So how do we fix this? How can we prevent ourselves from manifesting physical consequences of our emotion? Well, put simply, we have to deal with our mental health. We have to thrive mentally versus just getting by. A lot of us have normalized depression. A lot of us have normalized anxiety. We look around, everyone has it. So we just feel like it's just something that's a condition of our environment, and it's just, you gotta take medications or learn coping skills. But ultimately, this isn't how things are supposed to be. Right, so our job as individuals is to, one, realize what is the origin of this mental dis-ease, right? Is it your environment? Is it trauma? Whatever it is, whatever the origin could be. Is it your thinking patterns? Is it you've conditioned yourself into fear? So now every time you go into a social setting, that makes fear arise, or every time you're in a conversation with someone and you're being prompted to express your needs, you feel a tightness in your throat or butterflies in your stomach. So one is realizing what is causing this type of mental dis-ease. And the next thing is to come up with your own solution. So everything is a conditioned response, right? So let's say in the case of social anxiety, at one point in time, you learn that if you express yourself around other people, then you will be judged, you will be made fun of, you will be embarrassed, you will be condemned, you will be hurt, right? So that happened, and it happened significantly enough to where it became a belief. And then it probably happened again and again to where now it became a conditioned response. So if I express myself, I get hurt in some way. So over time, what you learn is I won't express myself, and that'll prevent me from getting hurt. And then over time, you realize, well, if I don't express myself, then I don't get what I need. So then you start to try to express yourself, but then you notice that when you try to express yourself, your heart is racing, you feel the tightness in your throat, maybe butterflies in your stomach. So then you stop, because now you have these physical signs that there's something's wrong, even though intellectually you've learned that there's nothing wrong, that you don't have to be afraid. But now there's these physical manifestations. So now you have these physical manifestations that are making your brain like, well, maybe there is something wrong, because why am I feeling this tightness or this pain or whatever it is, right? So what our job is to do is to recognize that pattern has been created and begin to create a new pattern. So now at this stage, now that we've developed these physical manifestations of our emotional dis-ease, we have to recondition ourselves, right? So whenever I am speaking, and let's say I'm a socially anxious person, I'm speaking, I start to feel that tightness in my throat. I'll take a deep breath. I'll remind myself that I'm safe. I'll remind myself that what I have to say is valuable and that I'm worthy of speaking. Right? And the more I do that, now I'm building a new reality. I'm conditioning myself that when it's an opportunity to speak, oh, that's a great thing. That's an opportunity for me to express myself and to feel heard and valued. Right? So that is it for today's video. Just simply nice, short, and simple about conditioning and how our mental dis-ease can manifest physically and how we can reverse that through retraining the mind, retraining the body. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at Dr. Makeda or put a comment down under the video. All right, peace, fam.